In this picture, we shall be reviewing a number of PC Engine shooting games. In each game, we will be rating them for its graphics, its playability, its value for money, and a first level suction factor. We start with Atomic Robo Kid. This is a sideways free-scrolling game in which you play a little boy dressed as a robot with a multitude of weapons, crawling around landscapes looking for exits. It is a little easy in places and presents little challenge for the first 5 levels. The levels follow different variety of formats. In the picture here, you see a battle between a droid and the player. Beware, the droid is intelligent and evades your fire. In this level, you will see a number of battle placements which should be avoided. Here, the player is using a 3-way laser to combat his adversaries. In this level, you will see a boss. The boss follows you around the screen, shooting occasionally, but mainly using its bulk to squash you into a corner. Be careful, because it does sap your energy. The next game is Image Fight by Aero. Image Fight is a terribly difficult game. This will present the player with many challenges. Bullets that move sideways as well as up and down. Backgrounds that occasionally conceal a bullet, fired inadvertently at your spacecraft. In this scene, the player has collected 2 power-ups and is happily discharging his weapon at enemies passing. However, the player can never rest on his laurels. This next game is called Burning Angels. It is a simple shooting affair in which the player moves vertically up the screen, casting his shots at passing aliens. In the first few levels, there is very little by way of distinctive background scenery. However, the playability of the game ensures the player comes back for more and learning in his stride the bullet patterns and enemy configurations therein. The game also features some scantily clad ladies in between levels. It is not a hentai game though. The boss here casts a very profoundly damaging rush attack, ridding the player of his life. This next game is Gunhed, known in the United States as Blazing Lasers. Gunhed at the time was considered a pivotal game in the PC Engine library, with many players believing this to be the ultimate shoot-'em-up on any platform released to date. However, now, looking back through the hourglass of time, it appears that the game is slightly over-considered and can be boring at times, although the background detail is magnificent and the sound effects truly stunning for an 8-bit sound processor. The bosses on Gunhed were considered extremely innovative and have been copied in many games since. The triangle machine you see there was copied in other games, I assure you. We now move to Aero blasters, in which the player flies a Harrier craft across the landscapes of Neo-Tokyo by the looks of it. At first, the player believes this to be an easy game with a simple strategy, avoid the enemies and shoot everything. However, he later finds that the level designs are rather complicated and can come unstuck in dodging scenery and large aliens. Aero Blasters is a fast-moving game that would appeal to the younger player. However, it does not hold an instant level of gratification or longevity for the more experienced and mature fighter. The level you see here is an evasion level where one must dodge the tunnels and seek to destroy the gun emplacements that litter the cavern. Our next game is Final Blaster by Namco. Final Blaster is a simple derivative occasion produced to provide some degree of challenge to the experienced shoot-'em-up player. The screen can be moved a little vertically in both directions. It is very useful when your ship is destroyed and leaves behind a power-up which must hastily be recovered from behind the player. The game is not as colourful as some others and can occasionally be frustrating, but it does deliver a satisfying experience overall. Our final game is Tatsujin. Tatsujin is a no-holds-barred, bastard savage of a game. The bullets from enemy ships move faster than you would care to think, and dodging can be profoundly difficult. Unlike most shoot-'em-ups, when the enemy craft are within a hair's breadth of your ship and a hair's breadth of the bottom of the screen, they continue to fire, meaning that bullet dodging is practically impossible on many occasions. However, for reasons better known to myself, this is an addictive game which, despite its frustrations, delights the player when he finally proceeds to uncharted territories beyond his last game attempt. Music is bright and jolly. Power-ups are nothing special, but do the job. However, this can be an expensive game, frequently selling for £100 or more on eBay. This is rather difficult to absorb, seeing as the game is really nothing more profoundly special than any of the others. Maybe there were less copies made originally. The game features 3 different types of weapon, many different types of enemy craft, and the standard smart bomb. There concludes our roundup of some fairly decent shoot-'em-ups on the PC Engine. These games have been awarded silver status. The next video will deal with gold status games. Thank you for watching.